Okay, so we have mastered the basic four. We've got our contour, we've got our highlighted areas, we've got our main shade, we've got our lip and cheek blended. So that's your basic palette four. What's the extras? The extras, or a lot of people will put this in their layer two of their palette, can be all kinds of things. My layer two is bronzer, illuminator, setting powder to start. So I'm going to show you those three basics. They're a super easy next level or finishing look for your basic four. I could run out the door definitely right now, and many days I do, but I want to show you how to use the next things. I usually start with bronzer, and this is the blush bronzer brush. It's called that, but remember, you can use it for everything. I tap, there's a dense end and a very fluffy end. I tap the dense end right into my bronzer, just like that. And then I tap, tap on. And then I always do a couple little swipes, taps on my neck. So, contour lives at the very top stripe of your forehead. Bronzer would be the next level down, and then our main shade was in between. Like our highlight came out here, and then we put our main shade above it, and the bronzer lived, or excuse me, the contour lived there. So bronzer lives in between. Like if there was four pieces, it'd be contour, bronzer, main shade, highlight. Maybe that's confusing. Anyway, tap it up there about 3/4 of the way up. While I've been talking, it's warming to my skin, and that's what I want it to do. So I've tapped it on, I've waited a minute. I'm gonna take the fluffy end, and I'm just gonna buff, like really lightly buff. Really lightly, because I don't wanna buff this off. I just wanna buff it on and like spread it around. So bronzer, contour gives you shadows, so it's usually cool based. Bronzer is warm based because it's gonna give you healthy glow, like from the sun, a bronzed, sun-kissed glow. I always add it to my neck because my face and my neck are not always, ever, the same color. So I like to make that sort of a transition, guys, so that my face looks like it belongs on my neck. So I've tapped it here. The sun falls on the high. Remember, our contour lived up under our cheeky bones. The bronzer lives on the top of them. One is under, one is on the top, because the sun falls onto the tops of our cheeks, the tops of our nose, our chin, and usually like this area. So that's where I'm giving artificial sun. And just like that, just a really light buff together gives it a glow. Next, I have two illuminators in here. I have rose gold, which is sort of a, I don't want to say brown, a tan, rose gold. It's rose gold. And then pearl, which is like a shimmery white. I like to use both. I will rub my finger directly onto it. See how it just gives a little shimmer? And then again, where is the light hitting my face? I actually like to do this in front of the ring light because I can, do you see here where the light hits on my face right there? I'm adding artificial reflection to those spots. So I just touch it with my finger, tap, 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 sort of spread it around, just right there on the tippy tops of my cheekbones. I like to add one dot to the end of my nose, and then with a different finger, I sort of swipe it up. I like to add a little right here in my Cupid's bow. Just to illuminate that top. See how it already popped that top definition? You can add a little into your lip color to make the center of your lip pouty. Just remember to wipe your finger off after you touch your cheek color, lip and cheek color. Then I switch to the white one. It's actually like clear, but a silverier. This is a golder shimmer. This is a silverier shimmer. And this is the one I'll tap on the inner corners of my eye to brighten up the inner corners of my eye. You can use it as eyeshadow if you want. You could use it as brow highlighter. If I'm gonna do the whole inner corner of my eye like I just did, then I don't do it out there because I don't want my whole eyeball shiny. I just want to add a little catch of light, just a little one. So those are your illuminators. It also comes in Honey, which is like a yellowy gold, very pretty, and Angel, which is a pinker tone. Great for very fair skin. Really, every color works and everybody says whatever you want it to look like. But, so that is how you use illuminator. Setting powder, I always use setting powder because, I have a cat hair, so sorry. Oh my God, I got it. So because I wear glasses and I don't want them to slide down my face because I look down for work, setting powder I always use. But setting powder, I same blush bronzer brush, I use the fluffy end, tap it right into it. If you are someone who feels like they are excessively oily, you can tap setting powder all over your face. I generally just tap it right where my glasses sit. They sit on my cheeks and across my nose, so that is exactly where I tap my setting powder in. Just like that, just so very light, doesn't take much. I also don't want it to be like a really different finish than the rest of my face. I just want my glasses to stay. So that's 3 easy things: bronzer, illuminator, and setting powder, and how to use them.